Elizabeth Gilbert just published her new book, All the Way to the River, and I haven't read it yet, but I love Liz Gilbert and she's one of my favorite authors, so I have been listening to some podcasts that she's been on, and she has been bringing up some really interesting things that illustrate the connection between attachment with our caregivers and our capacity to attach to God, or the God of our own understanding. That's what we're going to talk about today. This isn't a book review. This is my thoughts, and hopefully I can make them as coherent as possible. Although, of course, we're talking about very abstract concepts. It's hard to articulate, or at least it is for me. So I'll do the best I can to put together the thoughts that I've had for years in a way that hopefully makes sense. We'll see. Hi, my name is Melissa. I am a licensed therapist I closed my practice so that I could stay home full time with my daughter to raise her. I am on a mission of sorts to break the cycle of insecure attachment in my own family and maybe in yours if any of this content resonates with you. If you're interested in attachment, parenting, spirituality, slow living, mental health, then please stick around and subscribe. Elizabeth has done a lot of podcasts. I've listened to maybe 2 or 3 of them. I don't know, maybe even more. But the one that I want to touch on specifically is when she was on Glennon Doyle's podcast, We Can Do Hard Things, because she talks specifically in that podcast about this feeling of being codependent and being addicted to seeking love from other people, and how when she first went into love addiction kind of AA type meetings, that people would tell her, your job now is to take care of yourself. And there was something in her system that said, no, that's what I've been told my entire life since the day I was born. I need to take care of myself. And how she connected this addiction for seeking love to having the experience of having a caregiver prioritize teaching this child, her, to be self-reliant and independent from the beginning of her life, not giving her the opportunity to be dependent on her caregiver and be responded to in a way where she got her needs met and it was nurturing. When she's talking about all of this, she's talking about how what has happened to her and what has happened to so many people that she's in these meetings with, that people are looking to fill the God-shaped hole inside of their body. This is the thing that I have been thinking about and feeling is true for years, which is that there is this connection between when our caregivers give us a sense of safety, of home, of belonging, of love, and a sense of self, that we matter, that we exist and we matter and we're capable. When that happens inside the relationship of secure attachment, then that gives us a sense of a greater connection to the world around us, to the universe, to our higher power, to the God of our own understanding. That our parents are sort of like our first God. They are our creators. Our mother and our father are our creators. And that is our first connection to our higher power, which is our parents' creators and their creators and their creators. And if you keep going out the layers of the onion, we get to the place of there is something that is making us all. There is some higher power that makes the sun rise and the sun set, something that is beyond our human capacity to control or understand. That higher power, however you want to see it, the source of life, whether you think that is a personal God or an impersonal God, I don't care. But there is something that creates us all. And my thoughts are that secure attachment kind of lays the groundwork for us to feel that we belong to the world and the universe and to the God of our own understanding. That if our physical creators, our mom and dad or our caregivers, if they see us and they want us and they're dependable, we're allowed to depend on them, then that is true of the source of all things. That there is a direct through line. I don't think that means that all people that have secure attachment are like religious or spiritual. That's not what I mean. But what I do think it means is that they don't have the God-shaped hole inside of their heart, as Liz Gilbert talks about. Instead, they just have this maybe dynamic, pulsing heart that doesn't have any holes in it, that feels grounded and rooted in a sense of self and a sense of belonging. Whether they think, oh, a belonging to God or source or the universe or whatever, I don't think that matters. I think it's a feeling state. It's that their nervous system is able to achieve homeostasis regularly. When it is activated, when it is stressed, it's able to come back to homeostasis. They have the capacity to regulate or seek co-regulation in a healthy way. And their frequency is vibrating at a higher level so that they are just naturally more in tune with the higher frequencies of the natural world around them and of the universe, of God. So they might not think of it as God, that's okay, but they might feel a sense of groundedness, a sense of oneness, a sense of wholeness, a sense of love. To me, I call that God. And Liz Gilbert does too, but you don't have to. But the idea is the same, that our secure attachment with our first caregivers, it lays the groundwork for our capacity to feel a deep connection to that which is greater than us all. I also am not saying that if you're insecurely attached, then you can't feel that kind of connection. Of course you can. There's a lot of people who are very spiritual or religious or whatever that are insecurely attached. I mean, I'm one of them. But the work that I have to do to regulate and to ground and to find homeostasis and to raise my vibration is a lot of work. And my kind of hypothesis, if you will, is when you have that secure attachment, then you are already vibrating at a higher frequency. So you don't have to do as much work to rise up and to feel a connection to the God of your own understanding. I just think that's a part of the gift that secure attachment offers that we don't necessarily talk about. I could go on and on about this topic. I think I'll just stop it here for now. Maybe as I flesh this out more videos will come. But this is just something that has been really close to my heart and my mind and my soul, my gut for a very long time. And I love talking about it. Again, this connection between attachment, spirituality, or God, or whatever you want to call it. And if you've made it this far, thank you for being here. Thanks for listening. I hope this resonates. If it does, please like this video. If you have your own thoughts on this, I would love to hear them in the comments below, or if you have questions. And again, if you want to be a part of this journey of breaking the cycles of insecure attachment, of working on healing your own relationship with yourself and having the capacity to have a more strong and nurturing relationship with your kid and the other people in your life, then please join me on this journey and subscribe. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to break that cycle. for myself at least, if not other people, if they want to be on the ride with me. All right, thanks for listening. Have a good day.